Spirit defies the Great Father and throws off his shackles. He is now bound to the chains of freedom.
So, even Chorus does not know? But I do remember hearing the tale of the Birdman. There is a similar story of divine spirits in Nagi legend as well. Elrum released his minions, the divine spirits, unto peril. He spake, "Thou shalt not become what presides over life." And so they spent days bringing life to the forest and giving names unto themselves. And then one day, a spirit made up its mind to create a beast in its own image. Elrum mourned, "That creature is the beast of knowledge, and it will someday bring..." We should seek out Kikinok, the legendary Birdman. And be sure to ask the old gravekeeper about the legends. He is the storyteller of Cyrus and should know much about the fables of old.
Doing divine magic is very tiring. Ugh. After performing a purification, I feel so sluggish. Our enemy we love, and for the tormented we pray. Grant us, the beasts of knowledge, the power to touch the spirit. Well, good luck. I'll be here waiting.
You know, I quite like it here. I wonder if you understand. I have a fine view of the forest. I love the forest. That is why I like it here. When I'm here watching the forest, I need nothing else at all. Oh my, I almost forgot about the frolicking children. Their smiles are important too. Once upon a time, in a faraway village, there lived a woodcutter who always boasted of his strength. It is said that the woodcutter wanted to test his own strength by felling the tallest tree in the forest. He hastily ventured deep into the forest in search. Meanwhile, the forest told the great tree of the woodcutter. The great tree sighed deeply lamenting his foolishness, and he continued to sigh. And before long, the breath of the great tree became a thick and heavy fog which shrouded the forest. The woodcutter soon lost his way. He grew so tired wandering about that he soon took a short rest. Just then, sweet-smelling fluffs began to float down from above. All who would smell their sweet scent would fall fast asleep. The woodcutter couldn't help but to fall in a deep slumber, and there he lay, snoring great snores in the middle of the forest. For 3 days he slept. On the morning of the 4th day, a birdman flew down to where he lay. He spoke to him. "I'm the strongest, you always say. One fight with me, if you may." But the woodcutter remained fast asleep. "You can try to sleep if you must, but I shall wake you with my dust." As he spoke those words, the birdman sprinkled a glistening white powder upon the woodcutter. With that, the woodcutter sneezed a great sneeze and jumped to his feet. The surprised woodcutter shouted, "Who on earth are you? I warn you, I am incredibly strong, and I will battle right now." The birdman replied, "You can't defeat me, but if you do, we can be friends and I'll share my powder with you. It cures all illness and turns old to new. I got it from the forest people called the Yamu." The woodcutter tried to grab the birdman, but the woodcutter had been asleep for 3 days. He was too hungry to hold on. With one flap of his mighty wings, the birdman blew the woodcutter all the way back to the village. The woodcutter told the villagers all about the strange birdman, but not a soul believed him. From that day on, the woodcutter never again boasted of his strength. Understand? The divine tree of the forest is an incarnation of Elrum. You must never think of harming it. It is always watching over us. There are many other tales with the Birdman. It seems they all say that he hates fire. Perhaps he was barbecued in a previous life. So why did you become a cocoon master? Because they made you? For the sake of the village? You must not think that way. Many years ago, the children of the village used to come to hear my stories. You were one of them. You always played the flute, even when you were a little boy. Even the rowdiest children would calm down when you started playing. And now, do you still like the flute? If so, then be strong and gentle like the flute. Come again anytime. Oh, the wind is getting stronger. Know you that on days like this, the sound of your flute shall be carried by the wind and heard far and wide. And each time I hear it, I shall pray for your safe return.
haven't seen my foolish son, have you? I bet he's out playing pranks with that no-good Watchtower kid again. Tell his old man said to stop playing in the forest and to come home and do his chores. Come again when you can handle that weapon there. I got it prepared too, you know.
Birdman of the Dragonfly Forest? Can't help you there. But let me tell you, he'd be no match for Kelmar, no matter how strong he says he is. Right, Kelmar?
You idiot! That's enough already! So you're going into the forest in search of that guy? You're not gonna kill him, are you? You won't be able to get that powder if you do. Well, good luck bringing that stuff back from Kikinak. And tell me all about it when you get back. No, I just want to know what he's like. If you do meet Kikinak, tell me all about him. I just want to know what he's like. You're the only one who can become a cocoon master. You're so lucky. I have to become a blacksmith. No, it's nothing for you to worry about. I wonder what it's like outside of Cyrus. Oh, I'm so sick of this village. Oh man, that pig-headed old-timer. He knew this whole time? Was there anything else? Maybe like, that bird monster?
What? You met Master Chorus because of us.